tell you when we're live. Okay, welcome to Sacred Sundays. How are you doing, Kat?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just got my tea ready here. I've got tonight. I've got echinacea going on.
Oh, are you feeling a bit under the weather?
No,
Just like
I don't know why. I just feel like having it.
I have my mushroom mocha.
Oh, is that the one that you had in the car the other day?
Yeah, I think it was the latte that I had in the car. This is the mocha, my dessert drink.
Interesting. All from the
Yeah,
same person?
it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
organo. Hmm.
perfect.
Yeah.
Hello, Josie. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Josie.
Mm. We're just going to wait for a few more people to come on. It's a little early. It's 8:01. And we're just having our tea or chocolate mocha or mocha something or other. And we've got the Palo Santo going on.
Yes, we do.
So if you see the smoke, I swear I'm not catching on fire.
Mine stopped smoking. I'd light it again.
Josie, we have to get together soon. You, me, Adam, and Rose. And it's Super Bowl. That's right. I forgot about that. I'm kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not really boycotting it, but there's just too much going on with the Super Bowl.
It's a big distraction.
It's a big distraction.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with
sports. Yeah, I mean, who gets paid $6 million whether or not you win or lose a game? I mean, come on, it's just silly.
Exactly. Not to mention, yes, let's do it. My place for a nice dinner. Oh yes, and Kat can join too. That would be
so
fantastic.
Sweet. That's so sweet. I would be honored.
Hello, Christine. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Christine.
Just waiting for a couple more. Maybe we can do our little disclaimer. So I guess at the beginning of each recording, we're always going to do a little disclaimer to say that, whatever readings we give tonight, of course, is for arts and entertainment only. And it's not to replace any kind of medical or legal advice. Okay.
We are not we are not lawyers. We are not financial advisors. We are not doctors.
If so, we would be very rich.
Oh, yes. Could you imagine? My goodness. Absolutely.
All right. So Josie is with her dear friend, and she does have a question. Okay, so let's start with the intros. Kat, I'll let you go first.
Sure. Okay. So, hi, everyone. I'm Kat. My company is Well Earth Holistic. My mission is optimal health for people, pets, and the planet. And I achieve that through my offerings of supplemental healing therapies for people and their pets, as well as permaculture and traditional skills coaching for people who want to be self-sufficient and independent of big agriculture, big retail, big pharma, and also be good stewards to the planet. And I read tarot as well because I use it in my coaching, and I believe that it is a very effective tool at honing your intuition and your inner sight.
Well said.
Thanks.
And I do energy healing, so that involves it's like a form of Reiki. It involves laying down on the table. I use crystals. I do animal healing as well with crystals. Tarot is another one of my avenues, as well as sound healing. So soon I'll be putting on a sound healing session, and I'll be putting up the feelers out there, and we'll see who we can get to join.
Nice.
Okay, so that is us. DM us if you have any questions or you want a session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to start
Did we
with
summarize last week? Because, oh
yeah,
boy.
yeah, you can summarize last week. Then we're
Okay.
going to do our weekly reading. And then we'll compare. And then, Josie, we will get to your question. I see it right there. So just hang on with us.
So last week, the cards warned us about some unusually strong energies that would be impacting us and suggested we pay attention and put up our boundaries and keep our heads on a swivel. So, and as it turned out, last week we had a solar flare, which knocked the Schumann resonance off the charts a couple times. Then we had that super new moon in Aquarius, and this was all happening at the same time. And so, if you didn't feel that, you check your pulse, because it was a crazy week. And just while I'm on the topic of the new moon, we're still in the new moon energy. So if you haven't set your intentions yet, with everything going on, don't forget to do that, because you're gonna ride the wake of those powerful energies. So make sure to set your intentions. So that was last week.
All right. All right. So let me start, and then you can take over. So the three cards for this week is the Page of Pentacles. There we go. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles, really, it is a card about money. It's about finances, work, job, career, that kind of stuff. And you can see that the person holding the coin is very focused. They're doing a yoga pose. And what this page is really all about is focusing, manifesting your future when it comes to career, finances, and wealth. Now, they're also at the very beginning of the stages. So this is more about having an idea and not rolling it out just yet. So what I like to compare it to, somebody just coming out of school, so out of university or college, they got their degree or diploma, and they have a vision of what they're going to get into and what they're going into. That is the Page of Pentacles. Okay. The next card that follows that is Judgment. Okay, so let me hold it up. So Judgment here, you can see that, again, Judgment is a major arcana card. Okay, so this is karmic, whether, it be karmic lessons that have already happened or they're going to happen, and things that you need to learn. Okay, so Judgment it's an awakening. It is a call to action. Okay, so this is something that you're going to feel like inside. You're going to feel like you have to do something. Something is telling you to do it. Okay, so that's what Judgment card is all about. The next card following that is Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is, let's see if you can see it. You can see that there is a gold and a black ball that the person's holding. There's angel wings. So this card really reflects about peace and harmony and balance. Okay, so when we look at all three cards together, let's see if I can do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what this is trying to tell me is that this week you have some kind of idea. There's something that's calling you to do something. You have this idea. You're yearning to get it done, to get it out. Okay, and that's a good thing. So do progress, do go ahead with that. But the one thing that you have to remember is do it in peace and harmony and balance. So don't rush it. It's there. Work on it, okay? But do it in a slow manner that's going to keep you focused and balanced. So I hope that resonates with people this week. Kat, what did you think of my cards?
So there's that Judgment card again. We got her few weeks ago,
yeah,
I think, and as a reminder that we're on a path. We're still on that path, people. It's coming to the fore now, and the page I find interesting because page can also be news or a message or something, news of finances. Maybe you've been waiting on something financial, or maybe there's something going to happen. We know the banks are kind of on shaky ground right now, so we'll be interested to see what happens there. But the Judgment card back again, just to remind us, guys, this is a soul path that we're on. Don't forget your why. Keep your focused on the North Star. And then like you say, Steve, that Temperance card, there's going to be some alchemy. So there's going to be, and again, because it's a major arcana, it's about the inner just, like where justice is like the outer external, temperance is about the internal. It's about you've got the skills to accomplish your goals. Maybe you have to use your strengths to overcome your weaknesses. There's some sort of inner work that has to be done for that balance, as Steve says. And because it's a major arcana and it's happened and it's being pulled with the Judgment card, it's sit up and take notice time.
Yeah.
So those are fascinating cards.
Yeah.
That you
Perfect.
pulled. Yeah.
All right. And what did you get for this week?
I got all minor arcana and all in reverse. So, yeah. So, first card in reverse that I got was the Five of Cups. Some of you may feel just emotionally gutted from some losses that happened this week. And maybe that's the news that the page is bringing. And maybe the Temperance card now is going to be your tool to get through this and try to manage those emotions. Because while emotions may be human there and you want to feel them fully, you don't want to live in them. So use the lesson for the Temperance card to manage those emotions and use whatever this is as a lesson to propel yourself forward. The Ace of Wands in reverse tells us that, like Steve alluded to earlier, there may be some projects you're working on that you've gotten sidetracked and you've sort of left them on the back burner. Maybe this has you a little verklempt and distracted and you can't focus on your work. A reminder to just, again, feel the feelings fully, be present, and then move on and get back to the matter at hand. Whatever work it is that you're doing, it's important work. Don't lose sight of it. And then the Four of Wands upside down is still a good card. It still means you're going to have success and you've got a lot of wonderful things to be grateful for. When it's upside down, it can either mean you're going through a bit of a rite of passage. Maybe you're changing your social hierarchy. Maybe you're moving into a different level of consciousness, maybe. Or maybe you're just forgetting to be grateful for what you have. And remember that gratitude will pull you out of any state that you might be in, because it's probably a third most powerful emotion. I think love is an enlightenment or the strongest, but then gratitude is a very close second. And if you can learn to have those grateful moments every day over, no matter how minor a thing it seems to be, if it was taken away, you'd miss it. A reminder to be grateful for what you have, and just, or it's your station in life. It could be that as well, depending on where you're at. So I think my cards, Steve, are the outcome of yours. I think your cards are the major arcana, in the page bringing something new. Yeah. And then this is the outcome. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And the fact that you got all reversed. So, we have this thing with being all reversed, whether or not we want to read. So tarot is really, it's really up to the person reading the cards if they want to read reversals or not. The deck that I'm using, I'm not reading reversals, okay? Mm-hmm. So with yours, when I see a lot of reversals like that, what that means to me is there's a lot of work that needs to be done internally within oneself.
Upheaval.
There's a lot of delays. There's a lot of blocks going on that you can't progress. So you've got an emotional card to start off with the Five of Cups. And it's kind of, it's a little bit of a disappointment card to begin with. Okay. You feel like you've lost some kind of passion somewhere along the lines. And then you have it in reversed. So what's blocking you from moving forward, right? So you have to think about that. And the same with the Ace of Wands. There's a new creative endeavor you've got going on. A lot of passion, a lot of fire in there, but something is blocking you from being able to actually do it. And then you move to your last card, which is another wand, another fire card. Okay. And it's almost like a homecoming card. Really, it's about celebration. And you can't celebrate. Okay. So, like the one, that new idea that you have just prior to this card is not being implemented. So, you can't celebrate. You're stuck. You're in a holding pattern. Okay. So, I think your cards really are saying to everybody, if you want to layer onto mine, take it slow this week. Make sure you're balanced. Do the internal work that you need to do. And then those cards will flip upright, and you'll be able to actually go forward with your ideas and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great read, great cards. All right. So Josie. Hello, Lena. Thanks for joining, Adam. Okay, Josie's got a question, and I believe it's for one of her friends. Okay. So it says, are my tenants going to move out on March 31st, and will I have a smooth closing? Good question. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so I've got a few cards that have popped up. That's why I'm looking down. So March 31st is coming up fairly soon, so like a month and a half. So if I look at these cards, I'm going to say yes. Okay. So will they move out March 31st? I'm going to say yes. Now, I've got the Eight of Wands signifying, okay, a lot of news, very quick, rapido. Okay. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen very quick. With the Page of Wands, again, so that's two wands in a row, okay, signifying quick. The page is specific to new creativity, new ideas, and so on. And then you've got the Knight of Swords, which is basically another one that's called Call to Action. So this is, the Knight of Swords is someone who's going to move quick and get the job done. And then lastly, you're followed with the King of Pentacles, meaning all is settled, all is done, and now you get a chance to relax. So how about you, Kat? What did you get?
So I just pulled one. I thought we were doing a single, so I just pulled one.
Yep.
And it was the King of Swords.
Interesting.
So it is interesting, the fact that you had the Knight of Swords. So to me, the King is saying that your success is going to be a little bit dependent on how you navigate and negotiate this. And the King is very, very good at what he does, and especially in matters of law, judicial, or making arrangements and contracts and agreements.
Yeah.
So I think this could be, figuratively, this card could be telling you that make sure you've got your I's dotted and your T's crossed and your contracts airtight and all sewn up. And as long as you've got that and you've done that work, it looks like success. I don't see any reason to doubt it.
Yeah, so we're both kind of getting a yes answer on this. Josie, it'd be interesting, remember us at March 31st and let us know what's happening.
Love to know, yeah.
Yeah, because that would be interesting to, kind of do a little follow-up on and see what happens. And if there's any news, if anything changes from now to March 31st, again, that's going to change the reading, right? So
if you stay to the path that you're on now, I think is basically the caveat. This, as long as things are the path that you're on, then this is sort of the predicted outcome. But hopefully you've got a good lawyer or somebody that's helping look after your interests, because tenants, speaking from experience here, the law is on their side. And if you're going to evict them, you need to have a really good reason why not, and ironclad paper trails and all that stuff. So I'm sure you know that. Mhm.
Exactly. Best
Been
of
there,
luck to
done
your
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Best of luck to your friend Josie.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay. Josie does have a question as well.
Okay.
My house is listed. Do you have a time frame for selling? Okay. So
Are we doing a one card, or how many cards are we doing?
So I'm going to pull one card for this one.
Okay.
And I'll explain how the time frames show up. Okay.
Okay. I'll do one as well. Okay.
And Josie did say, yes, Kat, she is battling with tenants.
Oof. Do not envy you that. That part is really lousy.
That also reflects the Knight of Swords I pulled as well. Okay. Like a call to action, a battle.
Yep.
Okay. So let's look at Josie's question. Her house is listed. Do we have a time frame as to when it's going to sell? Okay. Hello, Maggie. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I didn't get a card that came flying out, so I'm going to divvy up the cards and see what comes up that way. Oh, interesting. What card did you get, Kat?
King of Cups.
Interesting. And I've got the Ace of Wands.
Okay.
So let's see if we can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as timing is concerned, these two cards are almost polar opposite. Yeah.
Sorry.
So Ace of Wands is something that's going to happen very quick. Wands is the fastest happening card in the deck. Then you have Swords. Then you have Cups, which is what Kat has. And then you have Pentacles. So let's take a look at this. So Wands is usually days. Swords is usually weeks. And Cups is months. And Pentacles could be years.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm getting very quick. Kat is getting roughly, you've got the King. So more towards the end of the year, I would say. So somewhere, I know, Josie, this is not a good answer for you. So somewhere between now and the end of the year, how's that? So not the best and not the clearest of answers, but it sounds like this year will be the year. There's no doubt about it. And hopefully that makes any sense. So if we went with my card alone, it would be happening very quick. If we went with only Kat's card, it would happen more towards the end of the year, if that. So maybe if we combine the two, I would probably say 3 or 4 months out.
Yeah. At least I didn't pull him in reverse. It would have been worse. Even slower.
Yeah.
Pulled him upright. So
yeah.
Consolation.
So hopefully that that works for you, Josie. 3 to 4 months, roughly. I'm gonna say. It's it might seem like a long ways away, but it can come very quickly, right? And I know now is not the market to sell, and not a lot of people are buying either, just based on financials. So you may luck out with a tenant, sorry, a buyer, but something tells me it's going to take a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, the upside to selling in this market is you don't have a lot of competition because no one's selling. And in the spring, because I actually had a meeting today for my parents' place, and I was thinking, oh, we should wait till spring. Like, no, you should list now because there's like nothing on the market, and you've got a greater chance of getting noticed. So I'm like, oh, okay, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So yeah.
All right. Well done. Okay, if there's anyone else on the live that has a question for Kat and myself, feel free. We will give it a pull of a tarot card or 2 or 3 and whatever pops up. and try to give you a message. Again, remember, we're here every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's it. Let's see if there's anything else, because I know sometimes there's a bit of a delay that on the chat boxes that keep coming up for me. Okay, the last one I've got says it's Josie, and she says okay with the pray hands. Adam says hi, Maggie. All right. So we'll give it another minute just to see if there's anyone else that wants a reading from us. Again, recapping, both Kat and myself, we are healers, Reiki, energy, crystal, tarot readers, and working on sound as well. So if there's any questions, feel free to give us a holler. If you want a session, again, go to our Instagram pages. So I'm Energy Healing with Steve. Kat she's at Well Earth Holistic. We have is it Linktree that you have, Kat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we both have Linktree. You can click on there to book a session or message us as well. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll let you do the closing remarks.
Right. So just to summarize for everything, we've got a reminder that we're all on a soul journey. Don't lose sight of that. Don't get distracted. You're going to be called upon this week to start doing some inner alchemy, some inner work, using your skills, latent skills, or building new ones to whatever the case may be. Just be with intention and conscious. Take it one day at a time. And if you do feel gutted or you feel like you're emotionally just overwrought with something, try not to get sidetracked. Get back to your work. Focus on the task at hand. And remember, there's a lot to be grateful for.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you all next week. Take care.
Have a great week, everybody. Bye for now.